What is going on, everybody? Today we're going over Walmart stock, ticker symbol WMT. No need to introduce Walmart. Everybody knows that brand. This is basically a forever stock that you just buy and hold. You're not gonna get rich tomorrow, but most likely you will get rich slowly if you buy and hold Walmart. We're just gonna go over the financials and see the best price to actually get into Walmart according to the Buffett formula, as well that the price that he will be a buyer, which is about 30% below the fair value. With that being said, let's get started with Walmart stock. Yeah, let's go. I'm in Yahoo Finance, the summary page. Walmart currently at 145. It didn't really move in the last couple of months. All the hot stocks just kept on rising and rising, and all the value stocks, Nike, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Walmart, and tons of others just basically stayed the same, didn't move in the Dow Jones. Everyone are going for tech and marijuana and Tesla and all that stuff. Nothing wrong with that, but in order to get rich slowly, which nobody wants to do, Walmart is gonna be part of that portfolio. Just my opinion, not the financial advice. With that being said, let's see what we need in order to put in our Excel, our formula to find the fair value. We got this earning per share trailing 12 months. This is the number 693. Okay, that's pretty much. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Almost $7 profit per share. They also pay a dividend, 1.5%, not bad at all. Yearly target 162, which is about 10% from here. So they expect to grow, according to Yahoo analyst, about 10% in 2021. Let's go see what the analysts have to say, but I'm taking this number 693. Other number that I need, okay, is right here. You click on the analysis tab, scroll all the way down, and we got ourselves here 693 as well. That's the first. We got 693 earning per share and 693 the next 5 years growth per annual. And this, if you look here in the past 5 years per annual, they grew by 0.53, so 0.5% per year growth in the last 5 years, and in the next 5 years they expect to grow by almost 7% per year. And that is pretty impressive for a company of almost $1 trillion size. Let me see exactly how much they have. Yeah, $400 billion market cap. So before I even put any numbers, I can roughly estimate that if they're gonna grow by 7% a year for the next 5 years compared to 0.5% a year in the past 5 years, this is at least $180 share price company, at least. And most likely Walmart will be at $1 trillion, which is 150% from here, about $400 anywhere in this decade, 5 to 10 years. That's my timeline, not a financial advice. Sure, they're not gonna grow to $1 trillion in the next month, like everybody think that everyone will do a 10x Tesla every couple of months. That's not the case, but slow and steady. They will make you rich slowly, most likely. This is a forever stock, Walmart. So with that being said, let's go to the Excel and put those two items in. So this is the Excel, guys, how to value a stock like Warren Buffett. If you guys don't know where I got this from, basically you can read the Intelligent Investor 600 pages book and come to this formula manually, or just go to the description of this video and grab a copy for yourself. And just basically every company that has positive items, meaning positive earning per share, right here, it's the one that we put 693, as well as positive growth, also the 693 that we found. As long as you got those numbers, those two numbers as positive, you can find the fair value of each and every stock that you analyze. This is not suitable for IPOs or companies that are losing money. This is only for companies that are profitable. That's what Buffett is looking for, profitable companies. So let's see what we got. We got company name Walmart, earning per share 693, PE 8.5 is a constant from the book, and you got instruction in here if you need some help. Yellow is constant and blue is what you put as input. And we got growth, also 693 I put, 2 is a constant from the book, 4.4 is a constant from the book, and all that is left is to find the AAA bond yield of Walmart stock. You got the share price today, 145, and basically once we find the AAA bond yield of Walmart, I'm going to find two items: the fair value according to the book, and the price that we will be a buyer, which is 33% below the fair value, if we have patience to actually wait for that. So before we find the AAA bond yield of Walmart, let's go over the financial statement. I'm in the financial tab right here. Let's go over the income statement first of all right here. And at first glance, I just want to see the revenue is growing. So let's see what we got. We got a jump from 2018, 500 billion. That's $500 billion. You gotta understand how much money Walmart is generating. $500 billion went to 514, so they made another 14 billion the year after that, and then they went to 523 billion, another 9 billion, and then they jumped, look at this, in the last 12 months from 523 to 548, meaning they jumped another $25 billion just in the last 12 months. And that goes to show you, if you pay attention, the 7% growth in the next 5 years compared to the 0.5% growth in the last 5 years. That just goes to show you that while no one is looking about at Walmart, because everyone are looking at Tesla and other high companies, and you can't blame them because those companies are flying high. Walmart is gonna sneak from behind, and before you know it, they could be $1 trillion worth company. That's what I see. Another $25 billion growth compared to 9. That's almost 300% growth in revenue just in the last year. Let's see the ratio that Buffett is looking for. We got the gross profit. This is what you do. You take your calculator out and you put the number 135,941 and you divide it. Okay, you divide the gross profit in the total revenue, the 548,743, and ideally you want to see a number of 40% and up, but I don't think this is the case, because in the grocery industry it's a lot less. It's maybe 10-12% growth is pretty good, and maybe 1%, 0.5% is standard for the net. 25% growth. Walmart is making 25% growth on their operation, and you gotta understand this is 25% from this number, from more than $500 billion. This is $500 billion that they get to keep, not to keep. They get the growth of about what, 140 billion just gross. That's a massive numbers. Let's see the net. Again, you take this number, net income for the common stockholders. You take that 19,742. They make almost $20 billion net. That's crazy. And you divide it again by the total revenue, the 548. Okay, 548,743. And ideally you want to see 20% net, but this is not the case in grocery. In grocery, if you see 1.5%, 2%, you basically are profitable. So let's see what Walmart has, and they have 3.6% net, which is for the grocery industry. I should do a Target and Kroger in the next couple of days, and Costco, of course. But Walmart has 3.6% net. And now again, this is 3.6% net from more than $500 billion. So again, let's take the example. You sell $1 million, 3.5% net is 35,000. That's not a lot, but $550 billion, the net 3.5% is what? Let's see, about $20 billion, something like that. Yeah, something like that, give or take. $20 billion, and this is what we got, $19.7 billion compared to 15 billion, exactly what we got, compared to 6 billion. So they're growing and growing, even though they are at $400 billion market cap. And I think the key before we move on is the 7% growth per year for the next 5 years. That's really caught my attention. Let's move on, see what we got in the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, again, you just at a glance, you want the total assets to grow, and they went from 205 billion to 219 billion to 236 billion. Just growing, grow by 15 billion to another 17 billion. Every year they added another 15 plus billion dollar to their balance sheet. That's not bad at all. And I want to see this, the liabilities and the non-current liabilities, long-term debt. So I take this number, I want to do this ratio. You take this number 64,192. You divide the long-term debt again in the net income, diluted net income by 19,742. Okay, 742. And ideally you want to see a number of 4 and below, meaning that they can pay their long-term debt in less than 4 years. Anything below 4 years as long-term debt being paid by the net income ratio means that this is a very efficient company, and that's the ratio that Buffett likes. So let's click enter, and we got ourselves 3 years and a quarter, which is pretty awesome. So Walmart can pay their long-term debt in less than 4 years. That's very efficient management, very efficient company. Pretty impressed. Again, you're not gonna become rich overnight by buying Walmart, but if you buy Walmart and hold it forever, most likely you will be happy with the results, slow and steady as they say, even though nobody likes that where we are now with the stock market. No one buys Nike, Pepsi, Coke, Walmart, etc. Everyone are buying the all the other hot stuff, but they can pay their long-term debt in less than 4 years, and this is very, very impressive. Let's move on. In the cash flow column right here, I want to show you how I just love Walmart. Look at those numbers. You want to see positive, negative, negative. Again, financial statements are not complicated. You just need to know what you're looking for. So you look at the first three: positive operating cash flow, negative investment, negative finance. So let's start with the first one, which is a positive operating cash flow, the money that they're making from selling Walmart store product. That's basically it. And they went up from 25 billion to 33 billion. That's a jump of 33% almost in the last 12 months. It's pretty amazing for a company at that size to grow by extra 30+%. Operating cash flow is a very important number. That's the number that the money that they're making from the operation itself, which is selling products in Walmart store. That's basically what it is. So you want this number to grow, and we got it to grow, and you want this number to be a positive, which we do. And the other number that we're looking for is the investment cash flow. We want this to be a negative, meaning they're expanding and expanding, adding more stores, adding more products. You want this to be a negative, and we do. And the third number, the finance cash flow, you want this to be a negative as well. And we got a negative of 18 billion. What does that mean? That means that they either paying off more debt than they taking, which is a good thing, or doing more buybacks, which is a good thing, or that's basically it. Either paying off loans or doing buybacks or paying dividend. Three items. And if this number is negative, meaning that they pay more debt, then they're taking on more debt, they're doing more buybacks, and they're doing more dividend. So I would like this number to be negative and growing. And we got 14 billion negative, and now we got 18 billion negative. Everything checks out for Walmart. And if you look here, look at this number, 0 issue of debt. They did not took any debt at all. And at the price right now of 145, in my opinion, this is undervalued company, but nobody cares. Eventually the price will catch up. I don't know when, but it will catch up. Nobody cares about value stocks, as I said, in the last year or so. Look at this, issue of debt 0 and repayment of debt. They paid off $4 billion, which is this one. They took $5.5 billion a year ago, okay, and they paid like $2 billion. We got $5.5, and they took zero now, zero new debt, and they paid $4 billion loan. So their balance sheet just got cleared of $4 billion. That means that interest rate is lower, margins are higher, and they're just gonna grow more. Nobody cares, but but eventually the stock price will catch up. And look at this repurchase of capital stock, doing buyback. As I said, another $2 billion buyback. They did 5.7 billion a year ago. Still, in the end of 2020, 5.7 billion buyback with the pandemic and everything. And look at the free cash flow, because they eliminated $4 billion in debt. They jumped from 14 billion to 24 billion, which is 4 billion debt plus another $6 billion in profit. You know, that there's nothing wrong that you can say about Walmart. It's just slow and steady to become wealthy long term. So all it is. With that being said, let's find the AAA bond yield so we can actually find the price of Walmart. But I hope you understand how to go over financials. You don't need to read all of them. Sure, you can read all the statements, every single column. I don't do it. I'm just looking at very basic ratios that Buffett is looking for in order to get some checkpoints and get a better picture. And for me, Walmart is a buy. In order to find the corporate bond, you just Google Walmart corporate bond or any other stock that you want to find. I got a few options. I got this one, 241. That seems the most reasonable one. 755. Well, I do like to use the highest number. I think it's not even 755. It's already down to 537, and I assume this will keep going down as long as they refinance it. 235 in here as well. 6.5 seems insanely high. 362 expired July 2020, so this doesn't count anymore. Let's go with this number. We got 235 here. What's this? The first one, 241. So I'm gonna put this number 241. I don't think that Walmart is a junk bond. 755. I assume this will, as it went down to 537. It expired when in what year? 2030. So I assume by the year 2030 they will refinance it again from 755 to 537, all the way down back to like $2.5, 2.5% level. So I'm not too worried about it. This is not the real number. 750. We got 235 here, 241 here. I'm gonna go with this number, 241. So let's put this in the Excel. Okay, back in the Excel, AAA bond yield, I put 241, and basically once I hit enter, I'm gonna find the fair value of Walmart stock as well as the price that I would be a buyer, which is a 33% discount from that price target. Before I do that, guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Ziv, also known as Finance After 40. While I am new to YouTube, you can find me on TikTok, where I have about 20,000 community members following me, as well as Patreon, where we sell options for income using Market Chameleon software to find an edge on the market and just sell and sell and sell in order to generate some passive income using options to do that as our vehicle. If you want to grab a copy of this Excel, it's also in the description below, so go check it out. And with that being said, guys, let's find the fair value of Walmart stock. Also subscribe, like, all that good stuff. So let's find Walmart. Dum da da dum da 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 dum. Yeah, as suspected, the price that Walmart is supposed to be, the fair value of Walmart, double, 282, and the price that I will be a buyer is anything below 190, and I assume we will be at 190 by the end of this 2021 if nothing goes wrong with the stock market. It will eventually get caught up with the fact that they are gonna grow by 7% a year in the next 5 years. No one talks about it, nobody cares, but they will be at 190 again, and that put us, let's say the 282 put Walmart at the 800 billion market cap, which I assume that they will be there in the next 5 years or so, at 800 billion, and eventually 5 to 10 years from now they will break the $1 trillion, most likely in less than 10 years. Sure, they're not gonna be at the $1 trillion in the next week or in the next month or 3 months, and if you don't have patience, Walmart is not really the stock for you. This is a forever stock. You're gonna get rich slowly with Walmart, basically. Just my opinion, not the financial advice. But this is what we got. We got ourselves a stock that is worth double than what it's worth now. That's basically what we got. This is the most impressive number. They're gonna grow by 7% each year for the next 5 years. People eventually, the market will caught up and take Walmart to where it should be, which is at least $190 at least, and we are at 145. Again, the stock didn't move in the last 3 months because nobody cares about value stocks anymore. And as always, guys, if I bring you any sort of value, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification. I hope this was very helpful. Leave a comment below which stock would you like me to do next, as well as write down if you have Walmart in your portfolio, which price did you buy, are you happy with that, or are you mad that it didn't do a 10x in the last couple of months like Tesla. Once the market come crashing down on all of us, and the value stocks will win, which Walmart is gonna be part of them. If you want to be in the stock market and get rich, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen slowly if you pick the right stocks, of course. Just my opinion on the financial advice. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. Thank you very much. Only if you gain value, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much. Yeah.